Good morning, down here on the ranch. Beautiful right now, and this is our first cold front. It's a front. Yeah, I guess it's a cold front because we have no humidity. I think the low last night was like 69 degrees. Love it, love it. Alright, we got another project coming up here. Has to do with the van, so that's why I'm posting it. Let me turn this thing around. Alright, so there she is, the Revel. And when I'm here in the ranch, in between our road trips, I have to leave her outside. And the weather in Florida is very harsh with the sun, the storms. So I have a carport down here that I was thinking about parking her in, right here. We have this big RV carport that I had put up a few years ago for our truck camper and stuff. But twice now we've had water in here. Twice in the last I've been here 10 years, so we've had this flood with, once it was an afternoon rainstorm, we had about 4 or 5 inches of rain, and that's pretty common here in Florida. We'll get our afternoon, get my finger out of there, we'll get in an afternoon in our traditional rainy season, average 2 inches, and then 1, 2, 3 inches in an afternoon thunderstorm. Well, this one day we had like 6 inches. I think that's my minimum that I can, before I start accumulating water here on the property. Right over here, I have a 1/4 acre pond for my cattle when they're roaming around here eating my grass. Well, we had about, I'm gonna say at least 3 inches of water covering this whole back here. The water only comes to, on that particular storm, it only came to the very edge of my shed right here, and then my house is on a hill, so the water line kind of went across here to the fire pit, and then it goes down and it goes into the pond, and then behind the pond we have a storm drain, one of those storm, the county dug them all over the place. It's for runoff water, and it goes down to a larger creek that's down here. It's not a creek, but another one of those man-made canals, and the water all flows towards Port Charlotte, down towards the Peace River. So I was going to put the van in here, but I like having it close to the house. It's easy for me to load, unload, and I just like having it up here closer. So that's going to be for my farm equipment, my ranch, my tractor, and all my components. My project is, we're putting the Revel underneath my carport. So I parked my Prius here, and I used to have a pickup truck, which I just sold that because I never use it. I don't have a truck camper anymore, and I don't need to haul my tractor anywhere. So this is the carport. We're going to raise it. I don't know if you can see that, but I need 30 inches, and that will give me 8 inches of clearance between the bottom of these trusses and the top of my AC. I'll have 8 inches. So we're going to raise my carport up 4 rows of block, which will be 32 inches. And I'll be able now to pull it in or back it in. I got an RV plug. I have a 50 amp circuit right over here. And then I have another 30 amp circuit right here. So, yep, this is a project starting it today. Gonna Gonna put a row on the inside here of block up against the frame, and then on that side we'll put the block on the other side. So this whole carport's going to be moved over about 4 inches this way. So we can just, all we got to do is just lift up the carport, move it over 4 inches, and drop it down on the cinder block here. Well, the cinder block will be like that. They'll be the long way. And we're going to put rebar in here, and we've got a couple of rows of rebar going this way, and then we're going to pour concrete in every one of these cells. So this will be a solid pour, because I don't want, the way our storms are down here, I don't want the wind getting underneath here and pulling this thing up. So I'll be able to pull the Revel. We'll be able to pull her or back her right in here. And I always, when I'm home, I always leave it plugged in anyway, because I have my AC on 24/7. Although it doesn't run 24/7, but it's plugged in. Excuse me. That keeps the moisture out of there. Keeps whatever food I have in there without cooking, because it gets hot in there. In the sun, you have to do something down here in Florida. So. That's what I've done. I just leave my AC on like 80 degrees, and it keeps the moisture out of there. I don't get mold in there. And all right, so there's my project. I'll show you how we're coming along here, and then we can back her in after. And actually, I'll probably pull her in, because then I'll have my sliding door right here, and I just have to go from the house right into the van to pack it to get ready to leave. And then we'll be out of the weather, you know. We'll be protected here from the sun and the hail and the storms. So yep, so there's our new mod for the Revel Rebel. Alright guys, let me get to work. Build this up and get her under cover. All right, later. Okay, getting a step closer to getting a roof over the Revel. All right, we got the walls built, and we'll waiting for the concrete to cure here. You gotta build stuff really rugged down here because of those storms and hurricanes. So I got rebar every 2 feet. Actually, it shows these are just lag bolts that will come up through the frame so that we can bolt this frame onto the wall. But there's rebar in here, and solid every 2 feet. There's a solid core going down. And we drilled into the slab, so I feel pretty good that we should be able to handle at least 130-mile-an-hour winds here. So yeah, you gotta, down here you gotta think about that stuff. So I'm waiting for, I got a tractor coming, and I'm waiting for that to show up so that we can raise this and put it on the, I don't want to have to take this whole carport apart, so we're going to have a tractor come up, lift it, and then we'll just have to move it 4 inches and drop it on the wall here. And then here's the other side over here. So, all right, we're getting closer. I got to get her out of the sun. The sun is beating the hell out of it down here. I just don't like leaving it out, so. Alright, I'll let you know when we get her in here. Alright, another step closer. That was a job getting that up at the tractor. Yeah, we managed to foot by foot, we kept putting blocks underneath the wall here to get it up both sides, and we finally were able to get it up there. And then, you know, we had to line up line up our bolts here, the old bolts with the bolts that are in the wall itself. Oh man, so we're looking good. Get the old Revel undercover now. We're going to stucco it in a week or so, but meanwhile I can still use it now. I can get it underneath here. Got to clean up my mess and make some temporary shelves over there, get everything to the side. And yeah, we'll get the old Revel over there. We'll get her undercover. Oh yeah, her. We'll make it a her. All right. Okay, guys. All right. Oh, I got my finger on the screen here. Here we go. All right. Nice and cool today. Yeah, it's about 85. Humidity is not too bad. They're talking our first bona fide cold front is coming in about 7 days. A week from now, they're saying we got a big front coming. Can't wait. Get that. Usually when they come through, our humidities drop down. Well, midwinter they drop down to 40% here. They don't get much lower than that. And then, but this time of year, hopefully it'll drop down into the 50s, which will be like New England weather. It'll be beautiful. Can't wait. And then I'm going to start planning some trips. Hey guys, we got her covered with probably 1.5 feet clearance on the top, so I have room to work up there if I had to. Good deal. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Yeah. Okay. Now stop planning.